Hello everyone, this is Bobbin Threadbare, and today we're doing things a little differently than what I said we would before. See, Bravo Sector, like the other two sectors, has exactly 9 waves. So in order to show them all off evenly, I've decided to do the entire rest of Bravo Sector today. In 2 videos on YouTube and just the one on Vidler. Also, our new weapon for this particular stage is the missile pod. It fires what are basically the exact same missiles that you'd get from the air-to-air missiles, but at a much faster rate. Unfortunately, by this point in the game, you may have noticed we're getting a lot more ground-based turrets, vehicles, ships, that sort of thing, so it's actually not as useful as the air-to-air missiles were. If I went through this game a second time, of course, for the earlier levels, I would rather have the missile pod than air-to-air, but by now I should be having a bunch of other perfectly good weapons as well. And one's much better than hits air targets only. And that actually reminds me, someone in the thread mentioned that dumbfire missiles aren't exactly what I thought they were. First of all, I discovered on my own that they target buildings in addition to ground and air targets, making them somewhat more useful and less useful at the same time. Oh yes. We've also have mini-bosses now. You may recognize that one from the very first stage. And you may have noticed that we were still scrolling as time went on. That's right, if you don't deal with the mini-bosses fast enough, you will have to deal with all of these ship waves at the same time. As I was saying, dumbfire missiles actually somewhat more and less useful for being able to hit buildings. See, while hitting buildings is, in theory, pretty good in terms of making money, it's also kind of problematic because it's not able to hit the things that are actively firing at you from behind buildings. Ah, yes. Bombs take care of the little mine things there, too. That's always nice. I don't know about you, but that guy looks a lot like the mini-boss, or final boss from the second wave. Also, you can see I've switched back to dumbfire missiles because, in spite of what I just said, dumbfire is, in fact, much, much better than missile pods, which, as I recall, cost more. Yeah, I don't quite get it. Apparently, in spite of the rather odd movements, they fire at exactly the same rate as regular air-to-air missiles, but they're so much more useful. Even more useful than having air-to-air missiles that fire faster. Things are getting a wee bit more dangerous these days, so I'm a little more willing to use the bombs that I've been given. As far as I know, they don't affect score or anything, it's just that you have to either find or buy them, so that's basically the deferred cost of having everything explode at once. Oh hey, this guy certainly looks familiar too, doesn't he? Almost tapped his corner there. And here we have the waves of ships, just to show you I wasn't kidding. I'm pretty sure that if I somehow don't manage to solve the mini-boss problem, that I will have to face both him and the final boss at the same time, if I screw up that badly. Also, I hate this little triangle, and I'm glad it's dead. Yeah, that's a total of 5 hidden tracking turrets right there. They are not pulling punches anymore. Not on expert, at least. I believe several of those turrets come pre-destroyed in earlier difficulty levels. That comes pre-destroyed, but I think the bomb did that. Here we are. Second boss of this level. Rather sadly, only a very small portion of what you can see can be destroyed on this screen. Now, part 2 coming up.